In the late 13th century, Scotland was a country at war. The English king Edward I, also known as Edward Longshanks or the Hammer, was trying to take control of Scotland. But the Scots weren't ready to give up without a fight. One of the strongest leaders of the Scottish was William Wallace, a knight who became a hero because of his bravery and desire for freedom. In 1297, Wallace led a small group of Scottish warriors to a huge victory at the Battle of Stirling Bridge. They defeated Edward's larger army by destroying the bridge and trapping many of the English soldiers in the river. It was a huge win, and after that, Wallace was named Guardian of Scotland. But the war was not over yet. Less than a year later, Wallace faced Edward's army again at the Battle of Falkirk. This time, Edward's soldiers were better prepared with archers. Wallace's army was defeated, and many of his men either died or ran away. Wallace had to escape and eventually resigned as Guardian of Scotland. Even though he lost the battle, he didn't give up. He went into hiding, but Edward was not going to let Wallace get away so easily. In 1305, after years of hiding, Wallace was betrayed by John de Menteith, a Scottish knight who turned him over to the English. Wallace was captured and taken to London. Edward I accused Wallace of treason, but Wallace had never sworn loyalty to the king. He had always fought for Scotland's independence, not for Edward's control. Even though Wallace was sentenced to death, he refused to beg for mercy. When he was about to be executed, he shouted one last word: freedom. It was a powerful cry that would be remembered for centuries. On August 23, 1305, Wallace was executed at Smithfield, London. The English hanged him, disemboweled him, beheaded him, and quartered his body. His head was put on London Bridge, and his limbs were sent to other cities like Newcastle, Berwick, Stirling, and Perth, as a warning to anyone who might follow in Wallace's footsteps. Even though Wallace died, his legacy lived on. His body became a symbol of the fight for freedom. Wallace's bravery and his refusal to submit to Edward inspired future generations of Scots to continue fighting for their independence. Even though Edward thought he had defeated Wallace, he failed to destroy one thing Wallace stood for: freedom.